drill the holes for the screws. So I'm just going to loose fit them initially, so I can see what the angles look like. Get them all to look even. The convention for machine heads is that the tuning keys are always towards the headstock, and that the gear and shaft are towards the body. I'm not entirely sure why that is. It doesn't really matter, but that's certainly the convention. And one more on this side. That's the washer somewhere. It's so easy for these components to go as walker panels. Where's that washer gone? Really difficult to pick up as well. Oh, it looks nice and smart with the machine heads in there. I don't know, I haven't tightened up a bit. Really, they just want to be straight, but because there's a bit of a dip on this, they're not in a straight line as such. But really, they just want to be parallel with the centre line of the neck as best we can. Oh, let's do the other side as well. And we can see them all together. Oh, there it is. I found the washer. Oh, this thing's still really sticky. And there's cat fur everywhere. I bet this makes terrific viewing. I'll speed this bit up. Okay, how's that looking? Pretty cool. I'm going to use this to make a little indentation. And I can press fairly hard because it's hardwood. So, these are the tiny little screws. Tiny little things. Now then. Very often these screws are made of cottage cheese. That went in quite nicely actually. Okay, I don't need to drill a pilot hole. Let's go on and do the rest. Feel good. Oh well, that's good. I can just use my spike to make the pilot hole. I'm not sure that's going to be the same for these. The screws I've got for the truss rod cover. I think I will have to drill a pilot hole for that. They look rather long. I don't want to be coming out the other side. Yeah, I nearly chewed that one. Doesn't take much. That's why it's well worth getting the best fit you can with your screwdriver. And definitely don't over tighten these. Okay. Well, that's looking quite nice. Let's go straight on to have a look at these truss rod cover screws. So this is my truss rod cover. Very attractive. Just need to get this as central as I can. looks evenly spaced from everything. That looks pretty good actually. So again, I'm going to use my spike. Yeah, they're too deep. I'm going to come out the other side. They're only holding a truss rod cover on. Well, they're not going to be suitable, are they? Excuse me a minute. Okay, well I found these. These should just about do it. These won't go through. But do they need a pilot hole? They might. There's only one way to find out. And also they're not new, they're second-handed. So it might be that the heads aren't as good as they ought to be. The worst thing would be that you were trying to screw a screw in without having done a pilot hole and it split the timber. You'd regret that. So that's the length of the thingy, that's the length of this, and even if I went the full depth, I'm not going to go through the neck. So not quite the full depth is what we're saying. So here we go. Does it remind you of the dentist? It does me. Open wide. Right. That's it. Screwing in lovely now. Oh, but the last bit, where it's getting a bite. And it hasn't split anything yet, which is good. And that's your worry. Especially with hardwood. Softwood, you hardly even need a pilot hole. Hardwood is hard by nature, but it can also be a lot more brittle, and especially old timber. That's alright, isn't it? Pretty cool. Once I got all those shiny bits on the body, that'll blend in nicely. Oh, I'm pleased with that. Right, so that's that bit done.